Hi friends, thanks for being here today. Welcome to my channel, On the Mat with Kelsey. Today we have a flow and go style class. This will be about a half an hour long, and this class is going to focus all on heart opening or back bending shapes or chest opening postures. Know that heart openers are challenging postures in general. There's some that are a little more mild that we'll start the class with, but across the board, heart openers are intense. They bring our heart rate up. They can feel intimidating when we first get into them or see them, and they counter the way that our spine and our body is shaped most of the time. You know, our anatomy, our rib cage pulls our vertebrae forward naturally. Our behaviors every day pull our shoulders forward to type, to text, to drive. So back bends are counter to all of that, but it's important that we open up so that we, counter to the shapes that we're in all the time. Similarly, heart openers affect our heart center. So in more of the emotional realm or the mental realm, heart openers, when you're in these shapes, they can bring up hard memories. They can bring up emotions. And if that comes up for you, know that that is completely normal. We do heart openers. I love these heart opening classes because afterwards, I always feel different, energetically, emotionally, definitely physically after a heart opening class. And they're meant to just expand, shift our perspective and allow us to accept, allow us to feel more open in our bodies and more open in our hearts. So that is the purpose of this class. I hope you like it. We will need a block if you have one. We're mostly just going to use the block in between our upper thighs. So if you have a book or something similar shape, you can use that as well. And the last thing is this class has a playlist associated with it. So if you look in the description below, you can click on a Spotify link and you can hit start on that right now because we're going to get started in child's pose. You can take your knees hip distance or take your knees wide, whatever feels comfortable for you. Good. Sink your hips back, drop your head down to the mat, and close your eyes. Take a few big breaths in through the nose and sigh them out through the mouth. Becoming present into the room. Sealing your lips and allowing the breath to flow in through your nose and out through the nose. Nice, long, deep, even breaths. This is a great class to set an intention for your class, to maybe set someone or something that you're grateful for, so setting an intention of gratitude, or using a mantra. So a mantra is typically a word or phrase that you'll say over and over in your mind, or you can say it out loud throughout the class. Because this class specifically deals with our heart, with emotions, with maybe things that are challenging for us, I invite you to focus in on something that's important in your life that you're either being challenged with, that you're working on, or that you're grateful for. Take one more breath, focusing on that intention in your mind. And exhale. With an inhale, slowly coming up to tabletop. Pull your knees under your hips if they're not there. Walk your hands forward 6 to 12 inches. We're moving into a heart opener right away in puppy pose. So puppy pose, your hips stay up. You may need to continue to walk your hands further away from your body, but you're dropping your chest towards the ground. You're dropping your armpits towards the ground. You're dropping your chin towards the ground. It can be nice to use your block under your chin or under your forehead in puppy pose. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So find a depth of the pose that's sustainable to hold. With each exhale, allow your rib cage to just sink with gravity towards the ground. Keeping your butt high, tilting your tailbone up and back. And exhale. Slowly pull one hand in to support you and then the other. And take cat back, round your back, drop your head. Inhale, cow. Now you can take 4 rounds of cow and cat, or if you want a different kind of chest and spine warm up, we're going to take barrel rolls. So push your rib cage over to the right, then push your rib cage up to the sky like cat shape, then over to the left, then drop the rib cage, cow. So you're making a full circle with your spine. Let your head drop when your back pushes up towards the ceiling. Let your head look forward as your body moves through cow. And then pause once you've done 2 full circles and reverse that motion in the opposite direction. Breathing here. Coming back to neutral. Once you've done 2 on both sides and sitting back onto your heels, grab your block. So next we're moving into camel pose. We're not going to do full camel. It's a pretty intense back bend. We're just going to set the stage because we will come back to this pose a few more times. So go ahead and come up onto your shin bones. You're taking the block in between your legs and you're gripping it with your upper inner thighs. Feel here as you squeeze the block with your inner thighs, your tailbone tilts under and forward. Next, we're going to support our low back with our hands. You can do this 2 ways. I like my fingertips to point up towards my shoulder blades, but if that doesn't feel good for your shoulders, you can point your fingers down. Now again, squeezing the block slightly, tilt the tailbone underneath, create this little shelf with your arms. And now imagine pulling your elbows together. And notice as you pull the elbows together, how your heart rotates forward more. With an inhale, grow your heart, your chest, your sternum bone up towards the ceiling and lift your chin slightly. Let the shoulders roll down the back. So it's really the heart that's lifting up. Eyes are up. Just take a breath here. This is as far as we go the first time. Inhale, let your head come back to neutral. So when we move out of camel pose, an inhale always will bring us up. Take your hips back down, remove the block. Taking your hands forward, pulling your hips forward, we're lowering to our bellies. Extend the toes long behind you. Inhale, find baby cobra, pushing into the tops of your feet. Little weight in your hands. Chest reaches forward. Exhale back down. Turn your head to look towards the right. Left side of the face on the mat. Take your arms straight out from where they are, beyond the edges of your mat, onto the floor. Inhale, take your chin back to center. So be clear, your hands are straight out from your sternum, a little below your armpits. Take your feet as wide as the mat, so a little wider stance with your feet. Inhale, it starts like Cobra. Push into the tops of your feet. Lift your chest forward. With the next inhale, imagine someone is grabbing you from underneath your armpits and lifting you up high. So let your shoulder blades squish up by your ears. And now with the exhale, keep this height, but allow the shoulder blades to roll down the back. Looking forward. Stay for 2 breaths, maybe just the slightest little shimmy side to side. Saying hello to your upper, lower, middle back. And then exhale, super slow, roll it down, turn your head the other way. Take your hands back to that baby cobra placement, flat on the floor by your ribs. Inhale, take your chin back to center. This time, curl your toes underneath. So next, we're moving into a variation of upward facing dog. The shape starts just like cobra though. So inhale, lift your chest forward. Your hands are right by your sides. Now wrap your elbows back, pull them in tight by your body like chaturanga arms. Squeeze all the muscles in your legs. Keep inhaling, lifting your heart forward, and you're gonna push straight down into your hands to lift your body. So it's like an upward dog, but your toes are curled underneath. Continue to pull the chest forward and through. Squeeze all the muscles in your legs. That'll help to protect your lower back. So if our legs are like jello, it can crunch in your low back there. Squeeze the legs. Feel the difference. And then exhale, let the chin drop towards the chest. Then pull the hips up and back. Woo, down dog. Sigh out through the mouth. Pedal out the feet. Wake up the back side of your legs. Take any wiggles that you need in your down dog. Stretch and open. And on an inhale, come high onto the balls of your feet. Bend the knees and take 3, 4, 5 steps, slowly walking your feet up to your hands. Find a nice gentle forward fold, bend in the knees. Hang your upper body over. Forward folding shapes are the counter pose to back bends. So we're going to do many of them today because we're doing many back bends. And coming into these shapes helps us to recover, helps us to reset. Keeping the bend in your knees, pull your belly button in, push down into your feet. We're going to roll up nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time to come all the way up. Right to stand. Let the shoulders roll down the back and the head stacks on top. Stepping your feet up to the top of the mat. We're going to move through our flow together now. Starting in Tadasana, feet are under the hips, palms rotate forward, head stacks on top. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, pull your elbows down away from one another. Stay upright with your body. This is called cactus shape or can be called goalpost arms. And allow the chest to reach up. Inhale, the hands come back up. Exhale, bend in the knees again, swan dive forward. Bend in the knees, plant the hands. Step 1 foot back to plank and the other. With your exhale, we're going to lower to our bellies. Inhale, baby cobra shape. Exhale, lower. Curl those toes under. We're going to find floating dog once again. Inhale, it starts with cobra, and then just continue to lift the heart as you push down into the hands, lift the low body. Exhale, chin to chest, downward dog. Inhale, float your right leg into the sky, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Drop the back left knee. Inhale, hands come up. Stay here in this lunge with your lower body. Exhale, pull your arms into the cactus shape once again. Offer your heart up. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, twist. Right arm up to the sky. Next, we're moving into modified side plank. So you're going to have to move on your bottom left knee, pulling your left foot over towards the left wall. Stepping your right foot back. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over your ear. Find a side body stretch through your whole right side. Inhale, hand comes back up to the sky. Float the right leg off the floor. Flex the right foot and then bend at the knee. Kick the heel in towards the glute. Then reach back for the top of the foot, maybe. If your hand and your foot connect, that's great. If they don't, that's fine too. You will just keep reaching them towards one another. All of us are going to reach our heart forward. Maybe if your neck feels okay, allow your head to drop Back slightly and look up. Find your intention, your mantra, and breathe in your heart opening shape. Slowly releasing the foot, not like a slingshot, but controlled. Come back into plank. And then step this right foot up and wide, so outside of your right hand. Lowering your hips slightly in space, the heart shines forward, just resting in lizard for one breath. Exhale. And with an inhale, putting a lot of power straight down into this top right heel. You're going to float the left leg up, standing split. And then exhale, bring the left foot down to the floor, parallel with the right. Fold forward, counter pose. Bend in the knees, roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Heel toe your feet back into hip distance. Tadasana. You're ready for the other side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend in the knees, exhale, cactus your arms, little back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, planting the hands, stepping one foot back into plank, and then the other, lower to your belly. Baby Cobra as we inhale. Exhale down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, start with Cobra and continue into floating dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg floats high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward and through. Drop back right knee. Inhale, the arms up in your low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms, heart shines up. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, twist. This time the left arm is up. Finding your modified side plank, so pulling the right foot over towards the right wall. Slowly, carefully stepping the left leg back, and then the left arm over the ear for a breath. Feel your side body open. Inhale the left arm high to the sky, float the left leg as well, flex the left foot, and kick the left heel to the glute. Reach back with your left hand. Maybe the hand touches, maybe not. We all reach our hearts forward. Allow the head to come back. Reach the back of the head backwards. Don't forget to breathe in these intense postures. With control, release the foot. Moving back into plank position. And then step the left foot up and wide. Dropping the hips in space in lizard just as we inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, weight down into the left foot. Float the right one up, half split. And then exhale, slowly bring the right foot down to the mat, wide-legged, forward fold, drop your head, take a big breath in, and sigh out through the mouth. Bend in the knees, pull the belly button in, and we roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Heel toe your feet underneath you. You're going to move through that one more time together. I'll give a modification once we get to side plank so that you can play with a full side plank. Not necessary, optional. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, step the feet back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push into the tops of your feet as you find baby cobra. Exhale, back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, floating dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, it steps forward. In low lunge, we reach our hands up, inhale. Exhale, cactus, maybe a little deeper back bend. We're more warm. Inhale up with the arms, exhale, twist. So here you can move once again into modified side plank. If you want full side plank, lift the back left knee first and then roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. Step the right foot back. If you're in modified side plank, doing the same heart opener we did, pull your heel to your butt. If you're in full side plank, we're going to step your right foot behind you, lower your hips just for one moment, and with the inhale, allowing your hips to reach up towards the sky. This is called wild thing. Your right arm is overhead. If you feel crunching in your low back, first of all, back off. And second of all, push into your feet. The stronger your legs are, the more protected your low back is. We all breathe one more round of breath here. Moving through plank, or if you want to play even more, if you're in wild thing, you can pull your knee to the sky and transition it all the way up into lizard pose. We all breathe in lizard. Inhale and exhale. With your inhale, push down into the right foot, float the left one. Exhale, plant the left foot down, forward fold. Breathe in, side out. Bend in the knees, roll up. Heel toe the feet underneath you. And one last round. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Slight tilt of the tailbone underneath as you open your heart towards the sky. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, plant the hands. Step one foot back and the other. Lower to your belly. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl the toes underneath. Inhale, baby cobra, and keep going into floating dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. And drop the knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, offer the heart up. Allow your chest to open, allow your heart to open. Inhale, arms up, twist, right hand down, left hand up. Find your version of side plank. Whatever type of side plank you did last, match it on this side. We all reach our left arm over our ear. Inhale the left hand up and moving into the back bend of your choice. Finding your mantra or your intention you unset and breathe into that. Surrendering into these postures, breathing into them. Last inhale and exhale, coming back through plank or carrying your left knee. We're all stepping our left foot up and wide. Lizard pose, breathe in and out. With the inhale, weight down into the left heel, float the right leg up and take it wide. Nice forward fold. Stay in forward fold. Heel toe your feet hip distance. 2 variations. We're going to hang out in forward fold for quite a few breaths, so know you can bend the knees. First variation, taking your first 2 fingers, wrapping them around your big toes. Your thumbs touch the toe tips of your big toes. And we'll inhale flat back and fold. Second variation is gorilla. Gorilla pose is sliding one hand and the other underneath your feet. So you're standing on your palms, kind of massaging your wrists, your upper palms with your toes. Wherever you're at, inhale, nice bend in those knees. Find a halfway lift shape. So just reach the crown of your head slightly towards the front of the room. And then exhale, let your elbows bend out towards the sides. Drop your head. Hang heavy. Releasing your hands from your feet or your toes. Bending deeply in the knees. You're just going to step one foot back to the middle of the mat and the other we're coming onto our knees. Sitting back on your heels. Blink your eyes open. Find your block. So we're going to move into that camel shape that we did earlier, so coming upright. Know that if it feels better for you to curl your toes under, you can do that in this pose. That one just doesn't feel good for me, so I leave mine untucked. But we're all going to take our block, our book, whatever prop we have, and put it in our inner thighs. Squeezing the block, tilt the tailbone forward and underneath. Take the hand variation of your choice. Your hands are supporting right at your lower back, sacrum area. We all pull our elbows back so the heart shines forward and up. Tilting the chin up towards the sky, create space between our chin and our chest, opening up our throat. Stay here for 3, 4, maybe even 5 breaths. If you're ready and willing to move into full camel, you keep tilting the tailbone underneath, the hips move forward. The chest continues to reach up, but the whole upper body is going to shift backwards in space. Maybe your right hand reaches down and finds your heels, and then the other hand does the same on the left side. We all want our chests to reach up towards the sky, to be expansive. If it's still feeling okay for you, you can also let your head drop backwards and hang heavy, really opening up your neck, your throat. We all continue to lightly squeeze the block, reach the heart up, breathe. Feel the vulnerability in this pose, the heat that this pose builds. Surrender into all the things that come up. Know you can breathe through them. Breathe deeply. Last breath. And slowly transition out of this pose. Again, using the inhale to come up. The inhale brings the head back upright. And slowly sink the hips to the heels. Remove the block. Hands to your thighs, close your eyes. Allowing all the sensations to swirl, mix, rush back. Notice any physical sensations you're feeling. I feel some tingliness in my lower, middle, upper back. Blinking your eyes open. We're going to transition into that just one more time. Know that if moving into the fuller camel shape did not feel good, you can just stay reaching your chest up towards the sky. We all come upright, taking the block between our upper thighs. Support our low back with our hands. Tilt the tailbone underneath, squeeze the elbows together and backwards. Heart shines forward and upwards. Chin lifts, inhale, breathe, reach the heart up. Continue to reach the heart up, up, up. As your hips go forward, your upper body goes backward. Maybe moving into camel, wherever you're at, breathe deeply, 3 full cycles of breath. Trusting your breath. And with your next inhale, slowly use the inhale to come upright. And then let the hips sink to the heels. Remove the block, hands to your knees, close your eyes. Settle. Letting your awareness notice what came up for you physically, mentally, memory-wise. Not getting sucked into it, just noting it, noticing it. And as you're ready, inhale, come forward into forward fold, just enough to cross at your ankles. Find the center of the mat with your booty, reach your legs forward. Reach upright in your chest, and then fold over the legs. Just one full breath here. And out. Inhale super slow like we did when we were standing. Roll your spine back upright. Bend in the knees. And we're just going to roll our spine, keep that rounded shape going. One vertebrae at a time to the floor. Pull one knee in slightly towards your chest, then the other. A little side-to-side rock for your low back. And then we're just extending our heels up towards the sky. Know you can bend in your knees. We call this feet up the wall pose. You can go to a wall if you want, but it's not really necessary here. This posture allows the blood to flow and course back towards our hearts and drain out of our feet. It's an extremely relaxing pose, helping us to feel settled. And this is great for if you are on your feet all day. It's a great pose to do. When I was younger, I was a dancer, and whenever we would go to dance camp, this is the posture we would go into after 6-7 hours of dancing all day, and our feet hurt so badly, and this feels so good. Great after a hard day, manual labor, if you're a waitress, it's all good. It's good for all of us, no matter what you do. And last posture of the day, touch your big toes together, pull your knees wide, find happy baby pose by reaching your hands up and over the tops of your shin bones to grab the outside edges of your feet, allowing your low back to be relaxed on the floor. So if you need to grab your shins, do that instead. And we just find a little side-to-side rock. Massage your lower back into the floor. And with your next breath, release the grip of your legs. Take your feet to the floor, and then we're reaching them out long, moving into just a brief Shavasana together. Releasing your whole body into the floor, letting your spine be relaxed and straight. Adjust if you need, and take one last big breath in through your nose. And exhale all the effort of this backbending class out. Relax. Slowly bringing awareness back to your body by moving your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms overhead and your legs out straight from your hips. Long stretch, full body. And with your exhale, rolling onto your right side. Let your head rest on your arm. Bringing your intention, your mantra back into your awareness, your focus one last time. And with control, letting your hands walk you upright. Finding the seated position, crossing your legs, roll the shoulder blades down the back, sit tall. We're going to reach our arms up together, touch the palms overhead, pulling the hands down to heart center. The divine light in me recognizes and sees the divine light in you. Namaste. I hope you all enjoyed this heart-opening class. It felt good for you, uncomfortable maybe, but overall good, and leaves you feeling especially good now. Always, please share any thoughts, comments, feedback you have. Hit subscribe if you enjoyed this class, and I hope to see you soon.